Well, believe it or not, since the last time you've been on Token Heeds, Newcastle have been relegated to the Coca-Cola Championship. We did beat Coventry, but we're playing them again soon. We'll come to that in a little while. But first, a little bit chat about Newcastle United. Last night, 1-0 at Preston. Terrible game to watch. I kind of hardly remember anything that happened. It was that bad.
That bad.
It was that bad. Kevin Nolan got the winner. Take the points. Clean sheet. We'll have that all day.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, we were talking about this in the office earlier on. There's a season a few years back when West Brom, they had 15 or 16 1-0s or something crazy like that. You just got to do that, haven't you? You've just got to get away, get the points, and you're always going to have games where you play badly, but the age-old thing, if you're winning ugly, then happy days. Yeah,
it's just a case of grinding the results out. I mean, are you surprised that Newcastle have done so well in this division? Because I know you know it well, being a Coventry City fan. Are you surprised that they've shot to the top the way they have? Because I thought there'd be a few more nasty surprises in store for them than has actually sort of unfolded.
I guess sometimes the pre-season maybe didn't go the way that they expected. Obviously, the Leyton Orient game was a bit of a shock to the system.
I
think that could have worked in their favour. It's crazy, isn't it? But sometimes it focuses minds, and better to get that out of the way in pre-season than have it during the season. But it is a difficult league, isn't it? I think the thing about Newcastle is although they lost players, they've managed to keep a solid squad, and it's good enough to do well in this league. Obviously, the challenge will be sustaining that into the mid part of the season, and then if they do win promotion, which hopefully they will, then they've just got to build on that, haven't they? So.
Oh, definitely. I mean, obviously, you covered the rugby and you see what's going on at St James's Park. I mean, what does it look like, sort of? Because you're taking a little bit of a step backwards from it. What's it look like for you, the way Mike Ashley's gone on and the club's been up for sale? I mean, have you seen anything like that before? It's certainly not really. In rugby, I don't think.
No, I mean, rugby has its ups and downs, and everyone struggles. A lot of clubs struggle money-wise in rugby just as much as they do in football, given the time. But yeah, I mean, it's got the sort of pantomime there, hasn't it? Really, and you just hope that I think everybody, the fans are right to just crave stability. That's all they want, and something a solid platform to build from. And let's hope that can come now, because whatever whether he sells the club or keeps the club, if he keeps the club, he needs to invest. It's a simple thing, and people need to know that sport isn't. We did a piece a few weeks back with Paul Blake from the Eagles saying, a sports club, it's not a toy. You can't treat it like one. Can't pick it up and put it down when you see fit. You see some of the minor sports in the region. Obviously the Vipers are really struggling and they're battling hard, and hopefully they'll be successful with the Drive for Fives campaign and all the rest of it. And let's hope they do, because it's important to keep these sports in the region, really. I
mean, we do look at Newcastle, and as you say, it is a pantomime. We are sort of laughing at it, but you've got to feel sorry for the fans. I mean, it's almost like if they don't laugh and try and make a bit of humour of it, then they're going to end up crying, basically.
You've got to laugh, and it's not being disrespectful. We've got a lot of time for the club. Obviously, it's the bread and butter of what we do, and everybody loves the game of football. You've got to laugh, because like you say, the alternative is that you cry, and you just hope that that the administrators realise what they're handling and how much it means to the city and the people.
I mean, the supporters, as we say, they've been absolutely brilliant. They've got, there was 3,500 there at Preston. The old stereotypical wet Monday night in Preston. They all turned up. They got behind the team all the way through. They were absolutely fantastic. And this looks like there's going to be another sort of 40,000 plus crowd against Swansea at the weekend, who'll bring a lot of fans up. And I know you used to live in Wales, and you know what the Swansea fans are like. That should be some atmosphere.
It'll be great. I mean, I lived in Cardiff for a little bit, did some journalism training down there, and I mean, obviously there's a massive rivalry between Cardiff and Swansea, and the Swansea fans, they love it. So I think they'll be excited by a trip to a sort of a similar city in some respects. It's a lively town, Swansea, as well, and it's got a lot going on, and I think they'll enjoy the trip.
And just finally on the old egg chasing, I mean, what's Newcastle on a bit of a roll at the moment? I mean,
things going well. 3 Premiership wins on the bounce. A big win down at London Irish at the weekend, which was gritty, really hard fought, and that's they were all absolutely delighted with that. They won really well down at Bath. That was a 4-try bonus point win, so that was a massive result as well. And they beat Worcester. They sort of another one they ground out. And I think they're pleased with how they're kicking along.
And how's the your old mate, Mr. Heyman, is he? He's doing all right still, is he?
He's doing well. I mean, it's, like he said, he'd never captained the side before this year, but he's leading the side really well. And speaking to Adam Balding today, and he was saying how almost when in terms of team talks and things, sometimes the less that's said is the better, because everyone's so confident in what they're doing at the minute, and everything's sort of running so well that you don't need to over talk things, and just kicking along. So they've got a big game on Friday night against Northampton Saints, and fingers crossed they'll get another win.
Well, let's hope there's a double.